Hello and welcome to Shocking Sequels. I didn't even know this existed until very recently, but we have watched Darko. It's the follow-up to Donnie Darko.
It can be Samantha Darko, or it could be Sister Darko.
I think it's Samantha Darko. If any film didn't need a follow-up, it was the fucking masterpiece
Probably Donnie Darko.
that was Donnie Darko. I mean, there are so few films that I would say are bona fide,
Don't touch
perfect 5-star classics. I mean, Sin City, Fifth Element, Trainspotting, and Donnie Darko. I'm going to struggle to...
Interesting you said them, because I think 3 out of 4 of them have sequels.
Yeah, exactly.
Does the Fifth Element have one? The Sixth.
Does what? The Fifth Element doesn't have one, no. But for me, Donnie Darko was an absolutely perfect film. Couldn't have been better. Full 5-star classic of a film.
That's good.
Which is why this needed to be good.
Yeah, because the bar was high, because usually when we watch these, we're like, it's a sequel, it's probably going to be terrible, or we just go, let's see if it surprises. But you were like, fully like, no, this has to be, you cannot, you've done it now, you've set yourself in for a trap here, it better be good. And yeah, I think it's weird. Like, I feel like Donnie Darko got a bit of a cult following afterwards, then, like, maybe not straight away, do you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of like...
Kind of a slow burner.
Yeah. Because I know, like, a lot of people, even now it's still considered, like, it's one of those, like, student films. Like, when you're a student, you go and watch a certain film and you talk about a film.
Have you watched it on your course?
No, I just mean more like, you know, like the dorm room kind of thing. You know, it's American. You know, like how someone will go, someone's got a Fight Club poster.
Yeah.
And they go Donnie Darko. I feel like it's one of them, which I sort of did at uni. But like, you know, not many people wanted to see Donnie Darko because they had already seen it. So I was like, right, I've got to fit in, and had to do this with you as well. So you know.
Yeah.
Because you've been sitting on this one for a while. And you're just like, have you seen Donnie Darko yet? And I'm like, I'm gonna see it, and you know.
I basically message him with, have you seen XYZ film?
Yeah.
And what that means is, there's a shit sequel.
Or
you
a
need to watch this so we can do a sequels video.
There's always, No.
You needed to see Donnie Darko.
Oh no, I'm glad I saw it. It was,
He hadn't seen The Wicker Man either.
No.
Shame. Seen
I
that,
have
haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. It's all good. And, what was the other one?
Little Merman?
Yeah, Little Merman.
Spoilers, they're coming on their way.
Interesting that as well, because I saw that and then I saw the Community mock. They did like a mock in season 6. Anyway, we're getting off point. Donnie Darko, Darko. It was an alright sequel. Like
it was perfectly watchable.
It's better than the ones we've been watching, and I feel like
there was a quality to it.
It felt like
an
actual film, like not just something that someone's just thrown together, which a lot of the sequels we watch sort of.
It gave a very strong nod to its predecessor.
Yeah, that was really good as well.
But
like,
it was
actually acknowledged it, because like the sequels we've been watching haven't been, and like this one actually, like there was the bunny head was everywhere, and it played a big part of it, and obviously it was the sister, and it was the same cast, like
and
the same sister.
It was the same. Well, it was set like 10 years later, and they'd waited 10 years to make the sequel, so it was the same actor, and she was. Like obviously 10 years older, so it was the original Donnie Darko was in the 80s, wasn't it? And this one was set in 1995.
Yeah, it was pretty cool as well. Like just seeing like a lot of nods to it and stuff like that, and like even the story as well. I don't really want to get into too much spoilers, but like the ending sort of was like very like a nod to it, and it was very, but it also had its own story within it. Like I had a book about time travel, and that's what plays into it. Good like random bit of random bit of sci-fi as well, like crazy sci-fi. It
was a perfectly watchable, weird sci-fi film. It could have got away with not being a follow-up to Donnie Darko had it been, I've had a difficult past, my family died, or something like that. Then they could have had this film without it. But I think it was nice that it was kind of similar, but its own film, and it had Samantha Darko in it, nearly 10 years on, and it touched on how just how messed up you would be if your brother died.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was a broken person.
And it was cool to see that other characters in there had, like, similar stuff to her. And it was very, like, a group thing, because I thought it was just going to be solely based on her. But then, like, there's more important characters in there, like the guy who basically resembles the Donnie Darko character in the original, which, you know, it was a nice little, like, there was loads of characters you can pick up with, and they were all quite good as well. Like,
and the acting was fine. It's not going to change your life.
Oh no,
not like Donnie Darko is a life-changing level of film.
It's just a little add-on in it, really.
Watchable.
And I think what's interesting is we were saying how there's a couple of years between the first one. I feel like this happened, like that cult following happened, and then they're like, oh, people seem to like Donnie Darko now. Let's try and make a sequel. Which sort of happens with films like Anchorman 2 had it, where it got cult following, and then they brought out a sequel for that. So it's sort of, I feel like it's a nod to fans.
I didn't like Anchorman.
1 or 2?
I haven't seen 2. Don't make me watch Anchorman 2. Is it
you that's not a fan of Will Ferrell? Or is that someone else I know?
I'm not particularly keen, but I wouldn't go as far as saying I don't like him.
I know there's someone who really, like, anything he's in, they like, avoid. But no, yeah, it was definitely... I've got the Rotten Tomatoes stuff.
Oh, we're going to do the Rotten Tomatoes stuff?
We'll do that before.
We couldn't do it we haven't been able to do it for some of the films because there's not enough information on them, but this one apparently does.
Literally, it's like, for most of these, if you've been missing that, it's been, like, no critics have wanted to touch it, or, like, 1 or 2 have, and then Rotten Tomatoes, like, we're not really going to give them a score. But this...
Right, so, original Donnie Darko,
yeah.
It's got to be 80 or 90. Ooh. That film is loved. That's got
86%.
There we go,
in the
me.
Middle, closer to 90%. You're getting really good at this. It's
S Darko, I would guess, is around 50, 55.
See, this is when I question our tastes in film, or like if we miss something, or if like critics are just really harsh on sequels. Because this got 13%.
13.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because when we were watching it, I did the little check and I was like, it's been okay so far. We must be going like, it must go way downhill, because that's happened with us with films before, where it started off alright and then I've gone, oh, it's got this on Rotten Tomatoes, maybe, and then you see the clear drop. But
I mean, it's clearly inferior to Donnie Darko, but it's 30. Watchable.
I wouldn't say 30%.
High quality.
I mean, maybe you can put it in the Rotten thing. It's a bit harsh, because I think Rotten's like under 60% or something. I was like, yeah, maybe. But like 13%, that's like they have tarnished anything to do with it. And I was like,
you and I can be pretty damn critical of stuff, but I didn't feel like that deserved it.
No.
Maybe is there a plot hole in it that we've missed or
There
something?
might be something, or maybe it's just that we've watched so much bad stuff that something that's
true.
Okay-ish comes along and we're like, oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Thank goodness for a film that's got an actor in it that's not awful.
Yeah, we're gonna see like, this is good though. It's good balance, you know.
I'm not sure quite. Does it count as a diamond in the rough? Is it as good as Bambi 2?
Oh. I don't know, because it was, I feel like watchable was the thing.
Maybe not quite.
Watchable was the thing, whereas Bambi 2, it was really like, took us by like, whoa. With Patrick Stewart as well.
Patrick Stewart.
That was mad.
Patrick Stewart's going to be a poo.
He's going to be a poo.
I'm going to watch it just because it's got Patrick Stewart in it.
I know.
And it's probably going to be poo.
Should we give context?
The Emoji film, Patrick Stewart's going to be a poo.
If not.
We didn't have to do that.
He's going to be a poo. What? No, yeah.
But so we
I can't believe that. He's gone from being Bambi's dad to being a poo.
Well, yeah, you can.
Well, I mean...
He probably finds it absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. He's just like, you know what I need?
Twilight of my career, I'm knocking 80. I'm going to play a poo.
Peak.
We've gone off on a tangent.
Finishing off the X-Men stuff and then going to be a poo.
Yeah, we've gone off on a tangent. Let's go back.
I
don't think I've got anything more to say about S Darko. I don't agree with the critics. I thought it was watchable, and
I want to point out a cool little thing, just because we're looking at the tape.
Look
at the DVD thing.
Tape.
Sorry, it's 13 Reasons Why, isn't it?
Tape.
No, I like the
The tape case.
Like it says Donnie Darko 2.
Right.
But it's like in bold. It's like S Darko, and then at the bottom it says Donnie Darko 2, just in case you didn't know and stuff.
But that's clearly to cash in on Donnie Darko.
Yeah. Oh, someone's been in Step Up 2.
Wow. I mean,
they've been in other. Oh, see, this is probably where it gets bad, like, because someone's been in Twilight.
Right.
Someone's been in One Tree Hill, and someone's been in Gossip Girl. Now, and Step Up 2. Now, I'm not saying these are bad shows, but these are like, usually if you're in them and then you're in a film, the films aren't usually that well like.
So they basically had a cheap cast because it had low budget.
Yeah, like it had, it was less than the first film, only by like a bit. Like the first film was 4.5 million, I think this was 4 million, so like, done in 25 days as well. That's quite impressive. That's less than a month.
It's a good quality film for what it is.
Yeah.
No, we don't agree with the critics. We thought it was alright.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you for watching. You've been Fraser, I've been Mark, and we'll see you next time.